What's up, everybody unrested with the questions you requested? This is JFAQ Japan's frequently asked questions. Today we have a giant article written in a Kotaku that says, Japan, it's not funny anymore. This article is massive, and really once you read it you realize that maybe the title should have been Japan, it's not fun anymore. The author has written a very comprehensive, very, very long article. I mean, this thing could almost be an ebook. It is so long that you need to come check out. You need to read it because although it does have a lot of negative aspects of Japan, and at some points is kind of more pet peevey rather than actual things that are negative about Japan, it does give a very real and clear picture into some of the aspects of the culture that you don't see. At the same time, I do take issue with the fact that some of the things that the author cites as negative aspects of Japan are really the author's own personal pet peeves, and that's kind of what I want to get into today. Which one of those aspects are actually positive, negative, or a pet peeve, or something that you're just going to find in any country, so get the fuck over it, right? Let's start from the top. He starts out with anime sucks, and he begins to talk about how much the anime series that come out on TV that pretty much, and I've got to agree with him, recycle a lot of the same material each and every year. And I'm just going to take a few of the ones that are the most basic ones probably everybody knows. A lot of these series like Purikura, a lot of even these series that aren't even anime, that are the ones that are the superheroes that change costumes. They pretty much use the standard story type and the standard reason for changing costumes and fighting for every single season. Even if they totally change characters and wipe the slate clean and start with new characters, they have the same premise every time. There is an enemy, it comes to their world or they go to its world. It threatens them, they change into their costume, they fight it. And the variation of that is not much. It's literally like they get their big weapon, they get their big mobile suit, they get their big laser gun, they get their big sword. Fight monster. End show. And I gotta agree with him on that, that a lot of the syndicated TV shows that are in Japan as far as anime is concerned, they kind of suck. They really can't hold my interest. But that doesn't mean the movies suck. But maybe, perhaps this person is only categorizing TV series, which for the most part, most of them do kind of suck, but that doesn't mean they all suck. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I think a lot of American sitcoms suck. They're just not very funny to me. But there is some very good sitcoms. There's, you know, that little bits of gold between the garbage. And that's the way anime is too, in my personal opinion. Next it says, people smoke. Dude, people do smoke. I think France and Japan have the highest rate of people walking and smoking, or smoking in public, or smoking in places that you're not even supposed to smoke. I can't confirm that, France, sorry. And it's true. But again, this is kind of more of a pet peeve. I hate smoking in public, and I especially hate people who smoke in places that say no smoking, like literally they're smoking next to the no smoking sign. But you guys know what I do when I see that, and I've shown it in my videos. I walk up to them and say, hey, you can't read the kanji, it says don't smoke. I say it in Japanese too, I don't even try to expect them to know my English, you know. I go up to them and say, kinenbasho, you know, it's a no smoking area, stop. If that really is your pet peeve, and it is a problem in Japan, people do it, do something, say something. I believe the author in this article, if I remember correctly, I mean this was a massive article so it's a lot to remember, said he went up to a police officer and tried to tell the police officer to go tell that person to stop smoking in a no smoking area, which maybe, I guess, is a more polite way to go about it, but you know, the police officer did nothing. For the most part, I've found the police in most countries do little to nothing to help small little occurrences. They can't be bothered. Everything has meat. Everything has meat. Now, this is a pet peeve, bro. You need to understand that this is your own personal dietary problem. I guess this person is more into a vegetarian or a vegan diet. I'm not really sure. They don't state specifically, like, I only eat, you know, non-meat type stuff. There really isn't that huge amount of meat in everything in Japan. Honestly, there's times where I kind of complain that there isn't enough. Go to a curry restaurant in order beef or chicken curry and you're gonna find yourself with the most minuscule slices and pieces in there. So that's a personal pet peeve. Screaming in Japan. Now he's got a good point here, I've got to agree with this one. There's times where you will go into a store in Japan and they will have a sale, and to let you know that they have that sale, they take a megaphone and scream inside the store about the sale. Japan, I don't know if you'll ever get over this. That doesn't fucking work. That is so goddamn stupid, and it annoys the shit out of me. I will not shop in your store if you're screaming over a megaphone in your store because it's goddamn annoying. I want you to think about this. If you have a small room and you want people to know something in that room and they're close enough to you that they can hear you talk in just your normal in-room voice, if you then took a megaphone and tried to tell them the same thing, do you not think they would be annoyed? Same thing goes. Alright, Japanese comedy sucks. Again, this is kind of a, you gotta find the gold between the garbage. There's a lot of shit Japanese comedy out there. I am not a big fan of some of the most popular comedians out there. I never really thought Hard Gay was that funny. Everybody always writes to me about, where is Hard Gay? Why isn't he making any more stuff anymore? That guy's fucking bankrupt. He's poor as shit and hasn't had a job in ages because, quite honestly, that was the only gig he had, and his comedy sucked in my personal opinion. So was the guy who ripped off all his clothes. But there is some gold between the garbage. Atarimai Taiso, I thought was hilarious. Iron Maiden, look those up if you get a chance. Those guys are goddamn comedy gold. They're funny as hell. If you want to see a hilarious Japanese comedy movie, watch The Magic Hour. Okay, you've got to check that out. J-pop always is the same. Yeah, okay, so that's J-pop. I mean, that's pop everywhere though, isn't it? Like, pop is manufactured, it's corporate, it's the same goddamn love songs over and over again. J-movies suck. Okay, again, gold between the garbage. Most J-movies do suck. Their production quality is shit. Their actors are shit. Their plot is shit. But there is some good stuff. Obviously, I talk about a lot of the horror movies that I enjoy, but there's a lot of shit horror movies too. That's another thing of picking up the bits of gold between the garbage. You've got to do that in every type of media, okay? Think about how many shit games there are, how many shit movies there are. This is kind of your own personal pet peeve of focusing too much on the negative, man. Things are too expensive. Yeah, I do feel like there's times where Japan's a little bit ridiculous with how expensive things are here, but again, pet peeve. And template conversations. He says that a lot of the conversations in Japan are just templates that they constantly rehash again and again and again. Very true, this does happen, but again, your own personal pet peeve. You know, make friends with the people that you really care about, throw away the friends you don't need. I'm unrested. I've covered as much as I possibly can in the short time that I have. If you like what you saw here today, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is JFAQ with the Japanese questions you requested, answered by me. And if you like that article, I think you should definitely check out everything I talked about today at that article. It's Kotaku. It's called Japan. It's not funny anymore. It's a good article. It is. It's good. I'm not, you know, knocking this guy's skill in writing an article that was interesting. It was very interesting to read. But dude, I think you're focusing on a lot of your own personal pet peeves. And again, if Japan has become too negative to you, there's always that ticket home. Take it. Until next time, have a good one.